Everybody, it's Shelby. I just wanted to hop on really quick. I'm making a video because a lot of people have said, I don't know how to watch committee hearings or I don't know how to find my legislator. So I just thought I would make a video and walk you guys through all of this. I'm gonna turn off the video. You're gonna see a big S for Shelby floating around the screen, but I think it will be less distracting if I am not on here. So I'm gonna turn my video off really quick and we can get started. So first of all, you're going to go to leg.mt.gov. I know that that's not the website that it says up here, but that's how you find it, or you can just Google Montana Legislature and it will bring you to this page. So the first thing I want to help you do is find your legislator. So pretty self-explanatory. You go to legislators and then find your legislator. And it's going to bring up a big map of Montana, which was redistricted. And so these are the new districts. So if you're looking at it here, the pink lines and the pink numbers are the Senate districts. And then these smaller, different color representations are the House districts. So if you live in a more rural area, like my parents do, which is in Toole County. Sorry, my dog's drinking water. That's noisy. You can just simply click on the area here. There's Shelby, Montana, the crossroads of Western Montana, it says. And so you can see here that Butch Gillespie is the senator, Senate District 9. And then you go to this other pane here, and you can see that Lou Jones is the representative, House District 18. Okay, so if you live in a larger area like Missoula and you want to increase the size, I can pretty much find where my house is, but if I just want to be sure, it says down here in the directions to find your legislator by entering your address. And it says to click on the magnifying glass in the top right-hand corner. So this is tricky because there is a right-hand corner magnifying glass here and then in the state of Montana. So for this one, you want to click on the state of Montana and then you can put in your address. So mine is gotta spell it right. But anyways, it'll come up here and it's going to zoom in. So as you can see, when I looked at my parents, it said pane 1 of 2 to find the people, and here it's not showing me anything. So you have to actually click on this circle that represents your house, and then it will bring up the 3 panes. So the first is just your address, and then the second is who your legislators are. So mine are Denley Lodge and Mark Thane. It's interesting if you do it this way, you can't see representative or senator up here like you could using the other way, but at least you can find the people. So we're going to go back out. Sorry. To the home page. So now that you know where your legislature is, another thing that you can do is contact your legislators. So this is going to bring you to a page that will also help you participate in any kind of way. So if you want to contact just your legislation, you can say public participation. This is a sign-in account. You can see it just flashed through that page for me because I already have an account here. So if you want to just contact send an information to a committee, you can go here, send a message, or to just a legislator. So you can find one or more legislators or a committee. So let's say for right now, I need to send a message to Mark Thane. Then I can find Mark Thane and type it in and say, yep, that's who I want. And then I will continue and it will give me this page to, here's a subject line. So I could write, please vote yes on House Bill 168. That's one we're going to use today that we're talking. And then I could write my comment about why that's important to me. It does have a 1,000 character limit. Sometimes I will submit a longer piece of information that has references. And so I'll make a PDF that I can drag and drop into there. And then you just click submit if you want to send that. So this is really in the way. Click out of that and we'll go back to our home page. The next thing I want to show you is how to find a bill. So if you know the name and number of a bill, you can go here. If you don't know the name and number, you still go to the same place. It's a little trickier to find a bill though. So let's say I wanted to find, we're going to look at a bill today that was brought for preschool special education funding. So I'm just going to type in here preschool. And see if I get any hits. Preschool special education. No results found. So let's see if I just do preschool. Okay, there it is. So provide private funding for preschool for children with disabilities. So we can click on this bill, and in the new website, this is actually really nice. Here's Jonathan Carlin, a representative from Missoula who brought the bill. And then you can go see the text of the bill here so that you can actually read the language and see what it says. And the changes that are being made, this is all existing language. Changes to existing language. Should be in red. This might be a different form than I have looked at before. Anyhow, of course, I'm recording, so why not prove me wrong? You can go to this status section and you can see when things are happening with the bill. So, for example, the first reading was the 10th of January, and then it's had multiple steps that it's gone through since that point. And it's passed House Education. So another nice feature is if you're looking at that bill and you want to see who you need to send an email to thank them for passing a bill that you were in favor of, you can come into this screen and it will show you all the people who voted yes for this bill. And so in House Education, I can actually see that those people voted yes, including my representative, Mark Thane. Let's see. So there's no back on that. So that's how you can find a bill. If you do know the name of the bill, I don't understand why there are no back buttons, or you can't just go to here's the bill Explorer again. But we're gonna have to go back home to get out of here. So it's still a little quirky, but it does work pretty well. So that's how you can find a bill and find the text of the bill. Now, if you're interested in watching a session on that bill, so for example, that one was seen, you want to look for the first reading, and that's on January 10th. So let's go to watch a session. And you can do that by going to this part that says now streaming. I'm sure there's multiple ways to get there, but this is how I always get there. So you can watch every single hearing that's happening at the Capitol. It is all recorded and it is broadcast live. I could go into any of these right now that are in progress, and we could watch what's happening in that committee live.
Good morning, Chair, members of the committee. For the record, my name is Adrienne Cotton, C-O-T-T-O-N, here representing the Montana Building Industry Association.
So here someone's testifying. But if you look at this calendar over here, you see all the dates that are available, and you can go back and say, I want to watch that initial hearing from January 10th. And if you're an education person like I am, this is a great day to go watch. Because not only was House Bill 168 heard this day, but it was also House Bill 15, which is the K-12 inflation bill that happens every session. So I know that the Education Committee is at 3 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I can go to House Education, and I know this is the day that it was heard. There's video and audio for some of these, or there's just video. If you have video and you're on a computer, you can fast forward to the section that you want. So here you can see we're still talking about House Bill 15 here. And we can forward to listen to all the testimony for the bills that were heard that day in committee.
That falls outside.
And now that's House Bill 67.
So we had to
Still
have a means to allow
67.
them if they actually.
Anyway, you get the idea. If you're watching this on your phone, you're not able to scroll through on the video, which is a bummer if you're trying to find the hearing on a specific bill.
There's a provision for they were approved to do as a charter school. And so I very much understand Representative.
So it's in there somewhere. But you can forward on a computer to find any part, and it says what bill they're talking about right there in the committee. So this way you can see all the testimony, see what the testimony looks like. You can see how the process is, how they have to address the speakers and the chairs, and who all showed up to testify for what bill, and you can see who's asking what questions. So it's a really great view into the process here. So that is how you would watch a session. In addition to being able to watch committees, you can also watch the Senate and floor sessions every day and see exactly how people are fighting for bills on the floor, what the sponsors are saying, how they address questions. It's very much like in committee, but they have to answer questions from the whole chamber on the floor. So I find it very interesting to watch and listen to. So there is information on how to watch something. And then if you want to participate, I need to go back up to the home page if I can find that. You would think it would be the little house in the corner, but the house in the corner is only more like a back button. Okay, so remember where it said to participate? So you can go in through your legislators and contact your legislators. That's one way to get to this page. The other way is to go to committee and then just go to this button that says public participation. I'll draw your attention here really quick. Here are the committees. Here's information on when they meet and who is on the committees. So if I wanted to do House Education, okay. This is actually going to say what's being heard today. So this is a handy button. Today's hearing calendar. I'm making this on January 28th. So we can go and look at all the bills that are scheduled in all of the sessions today. That can't be all of them. But you can see what they're going to talk about. So business and labor is another one I like to go watch, House Business and Labor. So if you go click on that committee, it will give you all of the people who are on that committee. And then here's public action. That'll help you submit your comments, an email, or any other kind of participation that you want to do. So let's go in and let's say I want to, I already showed you how to send a message. Let's say you want to testify. So there's different ways that you can testify. You can go up here in public and testify to the committee, as you will see on all of the recordings, or if you're watching live, you'll see people testifying live. The other way that the legislature allows you to participate is by Zoom. So you can also testify to sign up by Zoom. So let's say I want to testify on a bill, and the one that's coming up on Wednesday tomorrow is House Bill 252, and it's the STARS Act. That's a big thing for education right now. So if I wanted to go in, I could click on that. It says, do you want to testify as a proponent? Means you're in favor of the bill, as an opponent, or an informational witness. You have to have a specific kind of job and title to come in as an informational witness. So you just need to know all of the background that they might ask you. But for most of us, we would come in as a proponent or an opponent. So let's say I wanted to come in as a proponent on this bill. Then it's going to say, do you represent yourself? And if I was testifying for myself, I would say, yes, I do. And then, would you like to submit your testimony or any other form of information electronically? So this would be if I wanted to, if I was not able to appear. So let's say, for example, I know that I have an evaluation meeting at school during the time of this hearing, so I would not be able to testify in person for this. So I could put, yes, I want to testify, but I want it to be electronic, which means I can send them a PDF or my comments for testimony that way. So my subject line might be, please vote yes on House Bill 252. And then I could write my comment here about what I wanted to say, why it was important to me. This, I'll draw your attention to, only has a 1,000 character limit. So if you have more to say, or if you have information that you want to submit links to references for, to maybe help them make decisions, then you could type that up and pop a PDF into here from your computer, and then you just submit it and off you go. You've participated and provided testimony. If, however, you wanted to testify in person, you would go through the same link and just say that you wanted to testify in person. So that's a really quick overview of this website and the things that you can do to access the bills that are coming. As I said, there are 4,000 bills right now that have been submitted for draft. There are not that many that will make it into committee and onto the floor because a lot of them will get killed before they get there. But it will be really interesting for you to see. If you are a member of the Montana Speech Language Hearing Association, you can keep an eye on what we are doing in our bills in the legislature by going to the MASHA website. That's what the backside looks like, very exciting. And no, it's not going to the homepage. That's handy. Here we go. Go to the advocacy page. And you can see the numbers of the bills that we're working on. These are bills, if it says LC instead of HB means House Bill, SB means Senate Bill. If it says LC, that means it's still in draft and has not been converted to a bill yet. So we could go look at LC 47 and see, I might need to update the bill number for that, for example. No, of course. Great. So we're gonna, oh, look, I have it as a bookmark. So we can go to the Bill Explorer, find that, and go LC 457, I think it was. Establishing the Board of Physical, Rehabilitative, and Developmental. So here's the text of this bill, and this is that they're combining our boards together. Where we used to be just speech language pathology and audiology, for example, and now they're combining us, or they're attempting to, with occupational therapists, athletic trainers, physical trainers, audiology, and speech pathology all together. So you can take a look at that bill. It does not have a House bill number yet, and so I will update that when that's available on the website. But If you want to keep an eye on what is happening with speech pathology this session and audiology, then that information is on this page. So that is it. And I hope that you have found this to be a bit of useful information and that it will help you be more informed and to participate more in the legislature this year. We've got a few months left yet. It will go all the way until probably the end of April. So participate, watch, enjoy, be informed, talk about what's going on. Citizenship. It's good.